And hello, everyone. Bo Williams here in the WATE 6 on your side newsroom to get you updated on what's happening traffic-wise right now around East Tennessee. Obviously, snow continues to come down. We've been getting reports of all kinds of issues. We're talking everything from the interstate to back roads, some of those side roads. So again, just use caution when you are out and about. One spot we've been watching for you for the bulk of the day has been in Roane County and Cumberland County. Earlier today, if you were with us at 10 o'clock, we told you about a jackknife tractor trailer on I-40 westbound. TDOT has dropped the alert in that area, but you can still see near the Kingston area as we kind of pull this over, still seeing quite a bit. Well, let me show you the map. That'll probably help. You're still seeing quite a bit of the red here that's highlighted. This was the area. This was westbound 40, just outside of Kingston near mile marker 352. That is where we had the incident earlier of that jackknife tractor trailer. TDOT has dropped the alert, but we're still seeing significant delays. One, because of the weather. Two, because traffic literally came to a standstill. It was blocking all lanes. All lanes had to be shut down. TDOT then reported that the right lane is now open, but that's still going to cause some big backups and obviously some lengthy delays as everyone tries to get through there and back up to some semblance of speed, even though it won't be the normal 65 miles an hour. Another area watching for you is in Cumberland County, and let's get the details here. This is 40 eastbound Cumberland. This is at mile marker 335, so just east of Ozone, the Crab Orchard area. And right now, seeing backups there, what we're hearing is this is several tractor trailers involved in an incident. Right now, 2 lanes blocked, including the left shoulder. Traffic trying to get around that using some of the state highways like 70, but you're still going to see backups there. But this one is still active. Crews are still working. This will pull this back a little bit. Matter of fact, they had a section of the roadway closed for a time. Looks like they've dropped that, but still you're going to see those backups. So this is 40 eastbound. This is in Cumberland County, mile marker 335, 335.6 to be exact. But again, several vehicles involved in a crash there. We've heard that several tractor trailers are part of that. So it's just going to take some time. So if you're traveling, say, in the Crossville area, just to the east of Crossville, that's where you're going to hit some of these delays. So between Crossville and Kingston. So 2 spots. One's going east, one's going west. It's already slow because of the weather. Factor in also because of the crashes, and it's just not going to make driving a whole lot of fun. Let's take a look at some of the cameras, though, that we have for you right now. Let's see if we can get this one to pull up. Some of these are going to take a little bit of time because of the weather conditions. Let's try a different one here. I'm a little impatient with that one. Let's go to this one. This was 40 East. There you go. Live look for you. This is a mile marker 364. So this is over into Loudoun County right now. And you can see 2 lanes right now. Traffic, very light, but what we are seeing, it is moving. Be careful on some of the exit ramps. You may notice if you are out and about in conditions like this, the interstates are okay for the most part. And when I say okay, it's not like a normal day, but they're passable. But sometimes the ramps have not been treated nearly as much as far as with the brine or the salt as you're seeing on the main interstate lanes. So again, keep that in mind. It could be a little slick when you're trying to slow down on those off ramps. So again, be careful. But again, just some light traffic for you there right now. This is again in Loudoun County. Here's another camera so we can get this up here from Loudoun County. This is not far from Lenore City. This is 75 north and southbound for you. Traffic there again. You got 2 lanes both directions. Traffic is moving along for you right now. No major problems, but again, those shoulders pretty much non-existent, so keep that in mind as well. Stay in the lane. You start drifting or something, you're going to hit some of those slick spots, and that could cause some issues, especially if you have some balding tires. Just something you want to think about. Do you want to continue to take you around? Let's pull up Pellissippi Parkway right now near Dutchtown. You get the idea here. Traffic right now, light, just like what we're seeing in a lot of other areas, but boy, the southbound side really starting to cover. Northbound, it just depends, but again, not as good as what we're seeing along I-40, but Pellissippi Parkway definitely starting to see some of those lanes being covered. You know, we caught up with TDOT just a short time ago, really, talking with Mark Nagy with TDOT. He's getting us up to date on what's been going on the roads, really kind of giving us a better idea of what's happening when it comes to his crews and what they're up against. So take a listen.
Well, the snow keeps on coming, and our crews are still going over their routes constantly. Remember, we had our routes pre-treated on Saturday. I think that certainly has helped what our crews have been trying to do. But I think that this is a storm that's going to last a while, which means that our crews are going to stay on their routes for a while. And the concern is when those temperatures continue to drop. When you get below freezing, especially when you get below 20 degrees, that really limits the effectiveness of our supply. So our crews will stay on their routes. So we tell folks, if you do not have to be on the roadways, stay at home. It's the safest place that you can be, and also gives our crews the extra room they need to do their jobs efficiently, and most importantly, to do their jobs safely.
And that's really the message we've heard a lot. If you don't have to be out, obviously, just stay home. Let the work crews do what they need to do. The less traffic on the roads allows them to, and their plows to be out and about, and they can take care of business. But if you do have to head out, obviously, give yourself plenty of time. Do not be in a big hurry. Let's check on some more cameras for you right now. We checked Pellissippi Parkway just north of I-40 up around Dutchtown. Let's go south here along I-140, just south. Well, actually, let's take a look at the Kingston Pike interchange. That's a very busy interchange normally on most days. Probably won't be today, but kind of give you an idea. Maybe a lot of you frequent this one. Right through here, I-140 looking pretty good. Of course, those roads, as you heard Mark say, they were treated on Saturday. So without any rain ahead of this system, crews were really able to get out, get that treatment down, that brine down. There was no risk of any rain to wash it away. So that's why it's really helping right now. The ramps, we mentioned the ramps, of course, right here you can still see not too bad actually coming up there from Kingston Pike as far as you can actually make it out, which isn't always the case, but things there looking pretty good. One thing the storm team's been mentioning, of course, later on tonight we're going to see those temperatures begin to drop. Some of these areas they maybe get a little bit more snow on them, or they just don't get a chance to, I don't want to say dry out, but maybe not as wet. Could get a little slick. So again, just kind of be careful there. If you've got business that takes you to the airport, we do want to check Alcoa Highway. This is north of McGee-Tyson. This is near that I-140 interchange. Here's how things are looking there right now. Traffic actually not bad. I mean, light traffic, but what we're seeing is able to move north and southbound along Alcoa. So again, just kind of a testament to those highway crews getting out over the weekend, getting that brine down. We did check with McGee-Tyson Airport. And they, from what we have seen, as far as arrivals and delays, there are a number of delays right now. I should say arrivals and departures. There are a number of delays, so call ahead, call your airline. That's who you want to check with. Maybe you have a flight out later today. Hopefully you're heading somewhere warm, or maybe you're picking somebody else up at the airport. But again, they can kind of give you an idea of what to expect in case you are running behind. So again, just a little piece of advice there. The airport's been passing that along as well. Again, be careful when you are out and about. Matter of fact, Mark Nagy, as we mentioned, talked with him earlier. He also had this advice for those of you that do plan to hit the roads here at some point.
If you do, though, have to be on the roadways, make sure you give yourself a lot of extra braking room, and give yourself enough room between yourself and the cars that you're beside, because you may not be able to bring your car to a stop as easily as perhaps you have been, in the middle of summer when it's dry as a bone out there.
Okay, so there's a good look. You heard from Mark about what you can expect when you head out. There's a good view. This was some of the video we recorded earlier out on the roadways, some of that treatment on the interstates. And again, you can see how they were treated. Just wet. But later on tonight, some of those spots could turn a little icy, so keep all of that in mind for your travels. Let's go back to the map here for a second. We're going to widen this out a little bit. Let's take down some of the cameras here for a second. Give you an idea. If you're thinking, well, where can I go? Everything in orange right now, you pretty much want to avoid if you can. I mean, I'm not saying it's impassable, but it could be slick in spots, and that's a good chunk of the area. Everything from really John Sevier Highway, if you're going down Chapman Highway, cutting over, take Alcoa Highway south, north of town, heading up around Emory Road, Raccoon Valley Road, matter of fact, Clinton Highway, heading into Clinton and the Rocky Top area. Keep all of that in mind right now. Pretty much everywhere we look, if you're up in the Tazewell, New Tazewell area, maybe you're in Maynardville, Luttrell, heading all the way up to Harrogate. Just be careful when you are out and about. There's going to be those pockets that you're going to want to avoid if you can. It's going to be very, very slick in areas. Matter of fact, here's some video we shot for you earlier from Harriman. Again, you can see those covered roadways there as the snow continues to come down. And this snow is going to keep coming down until about 8 or 10 o'clock tonight. Then we'll start to see some of it let up, but really won't be until sometime tomorrow morning that this is all done. So again, crews are going to try to stay ahead of this, but it's still going to take some time to make sure that they get at least a jump on this somehow to get some of these roads clear. Here's that driving video we had for you earlier, just again to kind of show you along the interstates. Interstates, main thoroughfares, not bad. It's just trying to get to those points. That is where you're going to see probably the biggest issues. Bring it back to the map. Let's go east for a moment. Let's bring in some of the cameras here. Let's get the cameras back up and running for you here. We'll click on this, and here you go. So let's head out toward, let's say, Holston River Bridge, obviously just east of town. Traffic there. The roads actually not bad. Of course, you want to be careful on those overpasses. But right now, the interstate just east of town actually looking pretty good for you this afternoon. We'll have to continue to monitor that later on tonight. And I wanted to show this to you. This is I-40 near 275. Bring this up. Keep in mind, traveling downtown, and it doesn't look bad. You can still see there's quite a bit of slush on the roads there. That chunk of I-40 from about Hall of Fame to 275, that's all elevated. So, you've heard this from Chief Meteorologist Ken Weathers, as well as the entire storm team. Those overpasses, those bridges, that air gets underneath, and that can really make things tough as far as trying to keep these areas from getting slick. Even though they've been treated, some of that slush can start to turn. That's why you'll see a lot of trucks going through here, the plows spreading the salt as well, because they got to keep those lanes open. But even so, even though it may look okay, the key here is just be careful, give yourself some extra time. Don't be in a huge rush. Matter of fact, when you look here, you can see the shoulders. Look how the snow starting to bleed into some of those lanes. Already took one lane away, but really there's nowhere to go as far as, you're fine in these two lanes, but everything else, that third lane, the shoulders right now pretty much covered. So if you do have to head out, main thoroughfares, as we're saying, not too bad. They're not great. They are passable, but again, just don't be in a big hurry. Here's Western Avenue, 640 area traffic there. Obviously light, but you can see the roads. Right now, everything looking good. Snow still coming down in that area. So there's somewhere else we haven't touched on for you here real quick before we let you go. Head over toward Zoo Knoxville. Let's find this camera. This is near Prosser Road. There's a live look for you on the east side of town. Traffic there a little bit heavier than what we're seeing in some other areas. This is heading out. This is eastbound 40. There's westbound. But what we're seeing is looking okay. And again, give yourself plenty of space between you and the vehicle in front of you, just in case that one vehicle has to take some type of evasive action. Maybe they hit their brakes, they got to swerve, or they just hit an icy patch and they can't correct it. You want to give yourself plenty of room so the two of you do not come into contact. Of course, obviously, we've got the two lanes that are open both directions along 640. This has been an ongoing project. Still, there's two lanes open, but the two lanes that have been treated looking pretty good. This is over near Millertown Pike. So if you're watching us right now north and east of town, you should be in pretty good shape for you there. All right, so that's how things are shaping up right now on the road. Oh, we got another alert that's just popped up. Let's go here for a moment. This is 75 up around Emory. A single vehicle crash just coming in, 75 south. This is a mile marker 112, so again, around Emory Road. Right now, it says southbound left lane and the left shoulder blocked. So two lanes blocked, including that shoulder. Southbound 75. There's no TDOT cameras up in this area, but again, just be careful. Even though the interstate's looking pretty good, it doesn't take a lot, to spin, to lose traction. Again, so just be careful. But that's 75 southbound near mile marker 112 up around Emory Road. Even though the interstates have not been looking too bad. Matter of fact, here's the closest TDOT camera to that. Let's see if we can get this to pop up for you here. This is near Callahan. And there you go. You can see the interstate's looking okay, but it doesn't take a whole lot. Northbound, you got 3 lanes. Southbound, just 2 lanes. Snow starting to encroach on that third lane. And also the shoulder there starting to bleed into that one lane. So who knows what led to that one single vehicle crash up around Emory. Just could have been someone just their tires going off right into here and they're losing control. We're not sure, but again, that could have led to it. So just be careful. Even though the roads are passable for the most part, you still got to take it easy so you don't cause TDOT to bring up one of these alerts. So hopefully that person there is okay. We'll go back wide again and just remind you we have the accident there north of town. We've also got the accident here, still working that one, the multi-vehicle crash, I-40 eastbound, Cumberland County, mile marker 335. No timeline on when they hope to have that one cleared, but several lanes and the shoulder continue to be blocked. That is just east of Crab Orchard and the Crossville area in Cumberland County. And again, you're still going to see those delays near Kingston, westbound on 40 because of that earlier jackknife tractor trailer that we've been telling you about. All right, so if you do have to head out, be careful. Let me show you 75 heading down toward Chattanooga. It does get a little bit better once you get into the Chattanooga area. So if you do have to head south, you need to get past Athens, and then things will hopefully start to clear up for you a little bit. And if you are heading north on 75 up around Jellicoe, believe it or not, things there start to turn green, but Don Dare's been in Campbell County all afternoon for us. The roads are snow covered, even though it may not be orange through here up around Elk Valley in that area. You're still going to find snow on the roadways. So again, just kind of keep that in mind. And I do want to show you this before I go. I keep saying we're going to wrap it up, but I want to show you this. This is I-40. This is over near Dandridge, Jefferson County, heading over toward Cocke County, Hamlin County, those areas. Notice the roadway is highlighted in green, but it looks like everywhere else that we've been showing you where it's been in orange. So again, you've got 3 lanes here, but the shoulders, no go for you there. Just be careful on some of the ramps as well. But again, just use caution when you're out. All right, keep it tuned to WATE and WATE.com. Of course, always download our free weather app. Try to keep you up to date on what's going on with the weather. We'll continue to keep you up to date on what's going on road conditions. You can also get the latest on school closures. Just a lot of school systems are already closing for tomorrow because, again, this snow is not going to be out of here until sometime overnight, early Tuesday morning. And then because it's so cold, some of these roads, these back roads, these neighborhood roads that maybe don't get treated, it's going to take some time to get them passable for some of those school buses. Matter of fact, Knox County is going to be closed Tuesday and Wednesday. Also, you've got some bitter cold temperatures coming in as well. So keep it tuned right here to WATE, WAT.com for all the latest. All right, that's how things are shaping up. If we need to, we'll come back and we'll give you another update, but just be careful out on the roadways.